Grand Rising, y'all. I'm trying to get out here in the morning as much as I can, because once I start my day, baby, then the excuses come, and I just can't. Oh, snap. Okay, I'm trying to set an alarm, y'all, because I have to be at work soon. So I can't be on here. Oh, damn, it's my Bluetooth on. Shoot. I always do this. Do not disturb. Put the do not disturb on. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to talk about today. I was abruptly woken up. You got to record. Got to go talk. I'm like, okay, about what? Crickets. 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 Hold on, y'all. I probably should have did this before I hopped on the camera. But I want to be done. Like that. I think that's enough time. Is my volume up on this? Okay. So I got my tablet. Oh look, this is me and my best friend. It's me and my best friend. Oh y'all, I'm about to show you a picture from me from high school. And listen, I have always been a diva, because baby, who wears big hoop earrings in their pictures? And then there's one in my senior year, and I'm playing basketball, and I have hoop earrings again. Mind you, I don't play I did not play. This is not basketball. This is softball. I'm sorry. I played softball. Hold on. Yo, do you see? And look at my eyebrow. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. So, I did not like my eyebrows. And even now, they're kind of okay. So one eyebrow used to grow like super nice like this, and the other one would go straight like this and then down. So I had two eyebrows. I mean, duh. So each eyebrow was completely different. Like completely different arch and everything. Like this one just kind of went straight across, and then this one went up, as you can tell. You can kind of tell now. Ooh, child. Listen here. Texas, it is October. Why are these mosquitoes still tearing me up? Y'all, I have 8 bites on just my calf, on my right leg, and I've been trying not to scratch, but I'm scratching like a crackhead. Just, ooh, it itches. Anyway, so my mom was just she never really tried to embrace like the girly side, because she doesn't do any of that makeup stuff. She's such a tomboy, or at least she was. She kind of does it now. So anything I was interested in, like, you know, nails or anything like that, and she just was not trying to hear me. So I was like, Mom, can I start getting my eyebrows done? She, no. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do it my damn self. That's me. I'm that type of person. Oh, you gonna tell me no? You gonna tell me no? Okay, bet. I'm gonna do it my damn self. I'm just gonna take this off, and then I'm gonna go like that. There we go. Did my thing just break? Oh, no way. No way. Oh my goodness, it did really just break. Ooh, look at my mood. It broke. It broke. You know what, look. I have my other mood, and look, listen, there's gonna, if it's something of Tiffinicious, it's gonna have a kitty somewhere. And look, and I got my son, look. This one broke too. Oh, I'll just buy it again. See, just like that. My mom would never, like, so growing up during puberty, I started to, you know, you explore. Well, see, I have a boy, so I don't know. He don't explore nothing but being funky. I'm trying to get him to do better, but he's doing a little bit better. But no, so as a little girl, I want to explore. I wanted to get my eyebrows done because I just thought they were so bushy, and I saw all the other girls getting theirs done, and so I wanted to get it done too. And she was like, "No," and so okay, bet I'm gonna do it myself. I've always been the type of person. You tell me no, bet. Let me show you. I could show you better than I could tell you. And every time I do, baby, let me tell you something. And so back in the day, I don't know if they had the razors. Do I have one in here? Nope. They have one specifically for eyebrows, facial hair, and all that. So back in the day, they had the pink razor, the actual shaving razor, and it was a single blade. And I used that to do my eyebrows. And at first, it was doing cool, but then I was like, oh, they're not even. I need an arch. And so when I tell you slowly but surely, my eyebrows started to go boop, 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 to where I literally only had this much eyebrow. Like, I only had this much eyebrow. I shit you not. As you can see in this picture, come on. As you can see in the picture, because look, like, hold on. You see where you can see where my eyebrow ends, and then I had to draw the rest on. The ghetto. The ghetto. The absolute ghetto. Oh my goodness. The absolute ghetto, y'all. I think it's really broken. I have nothing hanging now. I'm sad. Oh. He needs this. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. So I think today the only thing that keeps flying around my head today to talk about is self-love. Self-love. It's not really taught, honestly. So much of being a woman is being told that you have to completely sacrifice yourself, forget your wants, forget your dreams, Or at least it used to be, because listen, when I was coming up, it was a different time then. When I was coming up, baby, if you got pregnant, your life was over. You are now on a pitchfork and you're being sacrificed to the universe, because now everything that you do, you eat, sleep, breathe your child. Is that a mosquito? Get out. Get your ass out. Turn my car off. Yeah, so everything you do is for that child. Your life is over. So I remember the transition in the world of women standing up saying, no, it ain't. We outside. And then it's kind of been having a work balance, mom balance, and mom for your kids balance. And even still, a lot of women still sacrifice themselves. Like, self-love to me, it's almost like, what is it? What does that look like? Like, everybody says that, but what does that mean? So, if you're the friend that's like, oh, they messed up my order. No, it's fine. It's whatever. Knowing it's really not fine. Knowing that you're not really going to enjoy it. Knowing that you're probably not going to eat it and you just wasted your money. But you got a friend that's like, no, friend. Give me your plate. That is an act of self-love. Saying no is an act of self-love, regardless of their reactions. And for me, for a long time, saying no was hard for me, because baby, I literally would sacrifice myself. I would sacrifice sleep. I would sacrifice getting my household chores done, homework, work. Like, if someone called me, like, I was the type of person, if your emergency is now my emergency, and I'm here to tell y'all, someone else's emergency, baby, ain't your urgency. Okay? It's not at all. It's not. I'm gonna give you an example. So I had a friend and she wanted me to go get her a vape. Cause you know they were stopped selling vapes, and I knew where they could, and they're on my side of town. So I went and I got the vape. However, I had a full day. I was supposed to go and get the vape early, bring it to her. Mind you, I live on this side of town. She lives on this side of town. Okay, so we're on opposite ends, right? And so I was supposed to bring it to her. And so, the day didn't go as planned. So I ended up not being able to start going. Oh, mind you, I had a party I needed to be at by 9, y'all. So I had to drive from, I was working, so I had to drive from Castle Hills all the way to Converse, Judson area, right? And I didn't start, the day just did not go the way it was supposed to. So I was not able to get in my car and go until like 5 o'clock. And baby, 5 o'clock traffic, it literally took me 35, almost 40 minutes to get from Castle Hills to Converse and Judson. Bruh, like, it was just stupid. And so we needed to be at my friend's house by 9 o'clock because it was her little birthday thing. And so, mind you, it's like 6 o'clock. Okay, cool. I get the vape. I had to stop in Walmart because I forgot. I needed to get something for the part. I don't even remember. And at this point, it's 7. It's getting around 7. And I'm like, bro, I'm not going to have enough time. Because to get from Converse to the east side, traffic was stupid. Like, traffic was still so, maybe I'm getting the timing stuff. Maybe it was like pushing to 7, because I think it was like 6:45. And then it was going to take me, the GPS said it's going to take me 35 minutes. Which means I probably wouldn't reach here till like 7:30, 7:40. Then it's going to take me another 40 minutes to get back. So that's probably not getting back until what, 8:30 or such, and that's not gonna give me enough time. And I would have been fucking late, and I wouldn't been able to pregame. So, old me would have just did it, would have been late, would have rushed, probably wouldn't have had my makeup done, probably wouldn't have had my hair the way I wanted, and all this. It just would have missed the whole pregame thing that she wanted because she wanted to do a picture. But instead, I had to message her, and she was like, I said, "Hey, Franklin, I really thought I was going to be able to get to you, but I got to get ready for this party. So, I can bring it to you tomorrow, or, but I can't get it to you, Jay, because I can't be late." And she's like, "No, girl, you can bring it." Did you hear what I said? And so, old me would have just did it. But the new me that loves me prioritized me. Like, look, I already drove to get it for you. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Because these were running out. And you know how folks are. They'll buy them all and then resell them. So it's that type of situation. And they became illegal in Texas. So I did all the hard footwork to get it. But I have something going on. And you know I have something going on. So, and I sense a little attitude. But oh well, I got it for you. The least you could do is come pick it up. Because anytime you ask me to get you something, I always bring it to you. But this particular time, I just couldn't do it. That's an act of self-love. Self-love is not sacrificing yourself. It's not putting yourself in the burner. Putting yourself first, and it's okay. Like, my son, I used to feel so bad because my son wanted to go to the park every day. Okay, so when, some years ago, during COVID, when I wasn't working, you know, he was getting paid to go home, baby. I used to go and take my son to the park every day. We used to go, when I tell you every day, I mean, you want mommy time? You want to be left alone? Go to the park. Girl, if you read, you smoke, you know, you want to catch up on your shows, baby. I had every app down. I had Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, HBO, Peacock. Who else did I have? Let me see one. Hulu, Disney, Netflix, Peacock. I didn't have stars. I think that's everything. And baby, I was sitting here. I be in my car watching my shows, talking to my friends, having grown talk, and not even worried. And the park is in front of me, so I can see him. Baby, I used to go and pick up his friends and drop them the fuck off. And when I tell you, we would be at that park 3, 4, 5 hours. I kid you not. If you tired, they got too much energy, they doing too much, you got a bunch of boys, girl, go take them to the park. And the kids knew, if you are not dying, you're not bleeding, and no one's trying to take you or snatch you up, don't bother me. This is my time as much as it's your time. Don't bother me. And my son knew that. And, it took his friends a couple times. Baby, if you thirsty, here's your water bottles. Sometimes I'll have some snacks. Sometimes we have to leave and go to the gas station that was next to the park, get some snacks. Y'all good? Come back. Go play. We would do this at the park, the splash pads, the trail walks, all that. Go be a kid, go play. Oh, I don't know what to do. Baby, if you don't go use that imagination, I said your brain is not in between your eyes just to jiggle around. But yeah. Side note. But yeah. Self-love. Even now, like, I've been prioritizing a lot more social for myself, a lot more, hanging out with my friends and going to do fun stuff. And he kind of getting a little attitude about it, but he'll be all right. Baby, I didn't win 6 years hard for you. And now mommy is taking a step back, and I'm definitely prioritizing what I want to do, where I want to go, who I want to hang out with. And I used to feel bad about it. It feels bad. It feels like you're being so selfish. But just, girl, let that die in you, because at the end of the day, it's self-care. Going on go, working all the time, and always in your kid's face can make anybody crazy. Prioritize for you. Like, let's see. Back in the day, I go to work. I worked for a Fortune 500 company. That job was so stressful. And so I would come home and I would sit in my car for about, I don't know, it depends. It could be 15, 20, 30, whatever minutes. And I just decompress. I listen to some music. I just car karaoke. Baby, I'd be on Snap, just doing whatever just to decompress from work. And then I would come inside and be like, hi, Junior. And 9 times out of 10, we would get in the car and I would take him to the park. Prioritize self-care. And, your children will understand. I said, don't bother me. My son would come outside. I said, son, what do you need? What's going on? Mommy, can I have okay. I said, no, you didn't eat and have this. Don't ask me for nothing else. I said, don't come back out here. And he knew. Do not come back out here. Y'all stop being a punk for your kids. Stand on what you say and command respect. The same. Y'all be too soft out here. Y'all have to, you know what I'm saying? And then you be the ones teaching your children to manipulate women. Okay. Another act of self-love. Okay, so I've walked away. Every relationship that I've been in, I've walked away. And I'm gonna tell you why. You know when you're not in the right relationship. You know when you can lie to yourself all you want to, but there's that little voice inside of us, and every one of us, and it tells you it's not how you should be treated. You know they lying. You know they gonna do it again. You know they playing you. You know they don't value you. That voice is always in your head. That's in your intuition. It's in there for a reason, and we ignore that voice. We make excuses for this voice. I'm a good baby. I'm a good. And every time we do ignore that voice, girl, we regret it in the end, don't we? Just recently, baby. Just recently. And it's like, damn. And you just kind of look at them. And then you got 2 paths. Am I continue to deal with this boo? Or am I going to love myself and walk away? And I realize that a lot of people tend to go that way. They'll settle. Well, you know, he does most of what I want. He doesn't really do everything. Because, you know, you always be irritated. They get on your nerves. This is like vice versa, man and woman. You know, if you got a girlfriend, boy, it doesn't matter. You know when that person isn't really for you because you're dissatisfied. That voice in you never shuts up, and it eats at you because you know you should, but why can't you walk away? Because you don't love yourself. There is not one relationship that I've walked away from and I'm just in such regret, like, oh my God, I made the wrong decision. Hell no. Never. Let me tell you something. Girl, fuck them feelings. What is love without respect, honesty, loyalty, and integrity? If that's not love, baby, that's called control. That's called I don't want to be alone. It's called I love them more than I love me. And when you're in a state of mind where you love them more than you love you, we need to reassess. Because if you pour in all your love, all your happiness, all your worth, and everything that you are into this person, when they leave and walk out your life, they take all that with them. And then you just left. And then you just left on the couch, you know, not doing too much, not going nowhere, not, you know, you don't want to do your hair, you don't want to get dressed, you don't want to look nice, you just don't want to do nothing. And you can get stuck in that energy. I don't wish it upon you. Like, when I tell you, every single time I've walked away from someone, something so much better popped up. Unexpected. Like, really, guys? You show out like that? You can make shit pop like that? Oh. Like, definitely, this last time, but listen, I knew I needed to walk away. I did, but like, we lived together. So, have you ever been in a situation where you had to break up but y'all live together? Like, it's a crazy ass dynamic. Like, it's just crazy. And you be like, you know, we'll just do an in-home separation. That's the dumbest shit, retarded shit I ever heard. Ain't no such fucking thing. But yeah, I walked. I was like, Lord. I was like, oh my God. I was really about to crash out because it's like, there's so much shit that I'm also dealing with. And now you want to do this. And now I got to walk away. And I didn't want to walk away. But I had to walk away, baby. I had to walk away, because if I didn't walk away, baby, that nigga would have been dead. And I mean that on my mama, that nigga would have been dead. He would have been 10 feet under. Fuck the 6 feet. But anyway, I digress. Child. You know you need to leave when you looking at that motherfucker while they sleeping. You just thinking about all the ways you can suffocate their ass to stop their airflow. If you have thoughts like that, baby, you need to get on, baby, because them people, I got too many people in my head, okay? I got too many people, ancestors in my head, baby. Because I have an ancestor. I don't know if it was my Aunt Bird. Whatever, I don't know. I've never met this lady. She was gone. But baby, her husband used to beat on her. And I think it was my Aunt Bird. If it's not you, I apologize. I just know. I swear it was my Aunt Bird. And she got sick of her. And see, back in this day, when you got married, you were stuck. Right? You were stuck. If you could, I don't know if you could really get divorced, but if you could, you couldn't really get a job. You couldn't take care of yourself. So, baby, she boarded up. They said, oh, it's a bee. It's a honeybee. Oh. Okay. She boarded up every door, every window. They said that she made a pot of grits, tossed it on that mother, and beat his ass with an iron skillet. And I don't know how long it was. I don't know if it was for some hours. I don't know if it was some days. That part is very unclear. But I just know that once that was over, that nigga never let nothing down one hand on her. And I'm like, baby, I got this type of it's in me, it ain't on me, baby. So don't play with me. Do not play with me. You know you need to go. Self-love. I think a lot of people need to exercise more self-love in relationships, because like if you're with someone and they're reminding you of anything from the past, and you know what I mean, like how they argue, how they talk about you, you know, any vindictiveness, the manipulation, oh, well, if you love me, all that manipulative ass shit. Especially if you a grown ass man doing that. Oh, can we talk about little dick? But whatever. But whatever. But yeah. So exercise a lot more self-love in relationships. Like, don't tolerate, especially women with daughters. Like, do you know your daughter is watching you? I watched my mother get degraded. I watched my mother get called a bitch and all this other shit. I watched my dad get into her face, David, get into her face. I watched him break things, throw things. I watched them touch. I watched all this shit as a little girl. So when I got older, I found exactly that, but 10 times worse. When I tell you I married my mother's husband, but 10 times worse than another fucking body, I mean that shit. And it took me, when did I meet him? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It took me 5 years to get that demon off of me, to get away from that shit. I was used to men putting their hands on me, so that wasn't like a red flag. I was used to being talked to crazy. I was used to being shoved, grabbed, squeezing body. I was used to all of that. I was used to all that. So when I got with Junior's dad, it was like, oh well, you know, I know this is familiar. Like, your daughters are watching you. Y'all playing a very dangerous game, because I could not imagine sitting, and then we got married, and then we ended up living with my parents, and then my mom literally had to watch me go through the same shit in her house. It was really crazy. Same exact shit. Same. Like, your daughters are watching, you gotta be an example. And then you got your son, and your son is growing up thinking that that's what you're supposed to do. And even though you can tell him, please understand that more is caught than in what is taught. My mama told me, Tiffany, don't get no man that's gonna do this XYZ Okay, but what does that man look like? I don't know what that man looks like. I don't know how a man who treats you right looks like. I don't know how he talks. I don't know how he walks. I don't know how he moves. I don't recognize any of that. I mean, I do now, but I understand now. That's why when shit started to go abruptly left in my last relationship, it was just like, fuck is this? You know? But like I said, you have to love yourself. And then you got to ask yourself, why don't you love yourself? Who told you not to love yourself? And the very first people in my life that ever let me know that I was not lovable, I don't deserve love, were my parents. They were parents. My mom did try and instill some self-esteem stuff in me, but it's like you were beating me down while you were trying to build me up. Like, how does that work out? And like, my mama was my biggest hater. I recognize that now, because a lot of shit that my haters would tell me and say, she would tell me. Like, whenever I got my hair done, it was really pretty, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this girl, this shit just look like a wig. Oh, baby, this is the prettiest little wig you didn't ever seen. Or just making jokes and cracking on me, talking about my hair is fake. And people are like, is that a wig? I'm like, no. And I know it stems from the fact that she can't grow her hair, but that's not my fault. That doesn't mean that you put that hate on me. Like, I don't get it. I never understood that. I remember growing up, and every time my dad would do something nice or anything, it would be, what would she say? Hold on now. I'm having a block. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. This is my truth. This is my truth. I never spoke about this out loud because my mother is a narcissist. So she does no wrong and it's always you. She doesn't take accountability and she's just so perfect. She does absolutely nothing wrong. And if she does do something wrong, then it's your fault because you shouldn't have done that. And if you would have done that, and there's a deeper reason for why I did that. It's no different reason. You just treat me, you're just a bitch to me. It's just what it is and you always have been. Always has been. As long as I do what she wants, act the way she wants, and say the things that she wants, it's cool. Our relationship started to crumble when I started to speak up for myself. When I started to say what I didn't like. When I started to speak my mind. It's a problem. Anytime you speak your mind, and they make you the demon or villain for it, they don't care. They don't care. And I don't doubt that my mama loves me, but the way that she loves, I don't receive it as love at all. I grew up my entire life thinking she does not love me. Same thing with my stepdad. Now, as a kid should never feel that. A child should never feel like they are not loved. So much. Like, I think we really need to evaluate how much our home life affected us. And it does. It affects how you think, how you are, how you show up in the world, what you accept, what you entertain, what you choose. And I've always chosen abusive, narcissistic men that come in and they come in and try and dim my light. You know, you see me over here, I'm shiny bright, I'm wearing what I want, I'm expressing myself, and then you want to come into my life and tell me what I can't do, how I can't wear, who I can't be friends with, and all this other stuff. Like, in my last relationship, that nigga really tried to run me, and it was so funny, because who was you running? Not me. Trying to tell me I couldn't go out, trying to tell me I shouldn't dress this, and every time I got on live, it was a problem. Who's this nigga? And who that nigga? Nigga, get the fuck up. You acting like your dick is small. Like, you need to, baby, that's little dick energy, and I need you to fix that. And that's why, that should have been a clue there. That should have been a clue to me there. Like, when you are with someone that's good for you, you are allowed to be yourself. Be completely your dorky, nerdy, extra, okay, hold on, extraterrestrial self. Whatever goofy, whether you a nerd, whether you or dork, whether you just a bookworm, whatever it is, you should be able to be yourself with your person, period. You should be able to be your quirky, crazy self. Because I already know, baby, I am animated as hell. I come with a lot of energy. I come with a big old personality. And it is what it is. So it rubs some people in the wrong way. Oh, well. Then you ain't meant to be in my life. That's how I feel. I spent a lot of my life not being who I am. Scared to be literally the woman that I am today. Like, who I am today is nowhere near who I was as a child. Nowhere near. Not even as a teenager. That's my alarm. Okay. I got a couple more minutes. What else I want to talk about? Cause I gotta get to work. No. I get to work. I get to work. I get to make money. I get to provide for myself and my child so that I may buy the things that I need and want, and so I can go to the places that I want to go to. Change the mindset. And I'm grateful. And you say to the crown, thank you. Speak it. Thank you. I'm grateful. It's starting to get hot in here. Oh, Lord. Okay. A big message is on the way. I'm starting to get hot. Flashes. So yeah. And like whenever her husband would do something nice for me, she'd be like, because if it was up to me, you wouldn't get it. But she used to say that shit to me like all the time. Like, I don't understand. And I believe it comes from the dynamic between her and my grandmother, because none of my aunts and my mom had a good relationship with my grandmother in it makes me sad because the version of my grandmother that they knew, I did not know that version of my grandmother. I did not know. My grandmother was a complete, like, 180 with me. I never even heard my granny raise her voice. Like, what do you mean my granny used to be rah-rah and whooping y'all asses and throwing shit? What do you mean? Not my granny. No, Rosa Crawford. Y'all, I believe them. She was a Gemini. Oh, I believe them. Oh, I know my granny was probably a little demon. And, you know, so that dynamic between my mom and her mom trickled on down to me and her. And I stopped that with my son. And I definitely going to stop it when it comes to my daughters. Because I already know my daughters are going to be fine. I already know they're going to be fine. They're going to have beautiful hair. They're going to be like their mama. They're going to be fine. And I'm going to encourage that, love that, lift it up. I'm going to love however they decide to show up in the world, you know, because they're just going to be little carbon copies of me. And baby, I hope the world is ready. If I had this mindset that I have now, this confidence, this armor that I have now, when I was a little girl, baby, I would have been a problem. I would have been sick of it. But no, y'all need to really, really stop playing about you. Have boundaries about you. Like, boundaries for me is don't be no liar. Don't put me in no shit I don't need to be in. Don't put me in no fucking drama. Don't fucking play with me. You know what I'm saying? Be real, be true, be honest. Don't be no bitch ass nigga. Don't do that. I hate that. Ugh, God, I hate and don't have no. Ugh, I hate that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't do that. Because if you lie, then you'll cheat, and if you cheat, then you steal, and if you steal, baby, you'll kill me. No, I'm very selective with the type of people that I have around me. And I know y'all can sense it, because when I'm looking at you and you feel me piercing into your soul, I most definitely am piercing into your soul, because who the fuck, baby, I had to go do some healing. And when I tell you, my spiritual healer was like, oh, you got demons on you. They sense you trying to heal, blah blah blah. And then I felt my legs burning, and they're like, oh, they're biting you. Come on, you need to cleanse. Get in the water. What? So now I understand what they mean by those spiritual attacks that leave like the marks on your body and stuff when you got things attached to you. Because baby, I should have took a picture. Because at first I'm thinking, nah, it's mosquitoes. Like, no. Because the next day, they were gone. They were completely gone. There was no, because it looked like welts around the back of my leg. Like when your mama used to whoop you with a belt, and you like put your arm and your hand in the way, and you had that little mark right there for when, that's what it looked like. But it was like a bite. And it was all on back of my calves. Both calves, y'all. Both calves. And when I woke up in the morning, it was gone. I was like, okay, this is some spiritual shit here. But yeah, stop playing about you. Like, stop playing about you. Stop letting people come into your life and disrupting your peace, your sleep, your money, your joy, your adventures, just things that you enjoy. You know what I mean? I enjoyed getting dressed up and going out. I stopped doing that as much in my relationship, and we did more family functions. Like, that relationship, bro, I was at the house meeting family, being called future wifey and all that after 3 weeks of knowing this fool. And then that 4th week he asked me to be with him, and then we were like stuck like glue like this. Right? But the signs were always there, and I always had those feelings. Well, not always there. I won't say always there. I won't say they were always there. Because I won't say they were always there. It wasn't always there. Like, it was just, like I said, it was a fun ass relationship. That's all I'm gonna say. Until it wasn't. But yeah, like, I stopped going out. I didn't get dressed up and wear makeup as much because, you know, it was, you're trying to get all this attention. And it's just like, bro, another thing I learned is to stop allowing people in your life who are not okay with how you shine. I know I'm a very beautiful woman. I love to get dressed up. I love to do my hair and look nice and look pretty. And yeah, I do get a lot of attention because of that, but I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. That's a fan. They on the sideline. Why are you worried about motherfuckers that's on the sideline, bro? Never gave none of them fools energy ever. I don't give a damn. And we had this agreement because he was cool. I said because I always felt like I'm meant to be a boss. I'm meant to be a boss. I'm meant to handle lots of. I'm meant to have corporations and enterprises, baby. I just know it. I just gotta get there. And so I was like, so we're both attracted. So when you get up there in the rich people world, they just be sending you money for your time, for your energy, for your attention. And so it was like, so if I start getting some money sent to me, I'm just gonna give it to you, and however you spend it, however you spend it, and vice versa. Because I used to get, in a relationship, they used to try to offer me stuff. I'd just be like, give a damn about none of that. I don't give a damn about none of that, but stop playing about you. Notice how you start to decrease around certain people, and notice when you just around certain people. And I'm keeping the people that, ooh. Are you shitting me? Y'all, I think I just killed my battery. So how do I turn it off? I did a jump. Oh, okay. Bro, I'm not gonna let this ruin my day. I'm gonna finish my message and then I'm gonna deal with this. Cause what the fuck? Turn off. What is wrong with you? Okay. I lost my train of thought. Y'all. I can't even concentrate. See, this is the type of situation where I'm gonna deal with this. This is shit that I don't like to deal with. Oh my God. Okay, Lord, focus me back. Spirit, focus me back. Please focus me back, because this is the type of shit that I can just. I don't even know what I was talking about. But y'all, I gotta go because I have to get to work and my car's not starting. Because this is so crazy. I might be on later to finish my message. I don't know. This is just life. This is life, right? This is life. It's life. Anyway, y'all, send me some love and some positive, because baby, adulting. I don't like adulting. Alright, so I have to go deal with this, y'all. Y'all have a great Thursday. Stay positive, speak over your life, stop playing about you, stop letting people play in your face, take yourself serious. Be your own superhero. I am Bati Storm, baby. So when you come and you try and run amok up in my space, just know, baby, that storm is coming. And so, yeah. Love y'all. Toodles.